Hi, this is Art Petty, and welcome to the Midweek Career Caffeine. This week's topic is overcoming the fear of risk. I talk with a great number of individuals who profess to want to make a meaningful change in what they do in their careers. Some people have fantasy businesses, the bar on the beach. Others want to open their own shops. They want to hang out a shingle, become consultants in areas they're expert in. And still others want to make just wholesale vocation changes. I love the fact that people actively think about it, but the reality is most individuals never make a change. They relegate all of their ideas to the category of fantasy or daydreams, and then they go back to what one of my clients described as growing comfortable being miserable in their jobs. Well, who wants to be miserable? I checked, and most of us, maybe not all, but most of us want no part of that. Why then do some people opt to do nothing about their career change ideas? Well, the answer is consistent. It's fairly straightforward. It's fear of risk. After all, making a major career change feels risky, right? And while there's risk in everything that we do, whether you go out this afternoon riding your bicycle or driving to get groceries, it's really not necessary to let the fear of risk keep you from pursuing the work of your dreams, nor is it necessary to invite excess risk into your life. You just have to find ways to manage and mitigate this risk. I work with career changers using something I call the career reinvent framework. Well, that's a fancy phrase for the different stages that we work through that guide the process of uncovering and discovering the right next in our careers. This entire process is about minimizing risk while pursuing and ultimately moving to the next stage of your career, one that leverages your interests, your abilities, and certainly one that meets your needs for finances. So consider the stages here. In the first stage, determination, we work to assess what form of change is really right. For some individuals, it's a like-kind job change, and certainly there's a process for that, and I guide people to resources that can help them. That's really not what my work is all about. But if it turns out that making a major career change is right for you, we then move to the next stage. It's self-discovery. We spend just a little bit of time tuning into you. We work with others to gain their perspectives on your superpowers, what it is that you're great at. And we spend some time kind of looking back in a number of ways at your experiences, what it is that you do when you're at your best, what is it that really makes you feel fulfilled. And, we begin to develop what I call compass directions, northeast, not GPS coordinates, but compass directions, because we're early in the process. We then shift to what I term exploration. You cast a wide net of ideas that might fit, and then you begin imposing filters that are really important to you. For example, financial potential. Do you have the abilities? Does it fit your work-life balance? So the filters are different for every individual. But again, we work to look at your large pool of ideas and impose these filters on them to begin to whittle down to those things that maybe become relatively good prospects. By that time, you enter the experimentation phase, which is where you literally dig in, do the additional research, try the ideas on for side. Many people pursue side hustles. Many people reach out to other individuals already doing that type of work. Whatever it happens to be, we experiment so that we can further determine, hey, is this something that you have the ability to do, that you can enjoy, and frankly, that you can make enough money to satisfy your financial needs. So think about this. Every part of the process is risk mitigation. Once you've down selected to an idea, we enter the preparation phase. And that's an entirely new set of risk assessment where you've actually made a choice and we build a risk profile on that. So, it's just risk mitigation and risk management the entire way. What people find in working through this process is really the freedom to explore, to set their own pace, to experiment, all of this before making a move. And by the time they're ready for the move, instead of taking a leap, it's a logical, carefully constructed, carefully researched step, not a leap into the unknown. So if making a career change is on your mind, don't let the fear of risk stop you, or you're likely to end up in that category of being comfortable while being miserable in your job. And I suspect you don't want to be there. Is it time for you to start the good work of designing your next in your career? If it is, take a look at artpetty.com and check out the Career Reinvent Bootcamp offering. That might be the right way to help you begin to design and define your next without inviting risk into your life. Thanks. We'll see you at the next midweek Career Caffeine.